I wanna go home. Fuck, is there a bird shitting on me? Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where we take old clothes and make it fashion. Have you always wanted a small hand boot? Not even a small Japanese one? Guys, I found these bags on this wonderful phenomenon called the interwebs and I was a little shocked. Not only because of the weird copywriting. What's a handbook? What's an ornamental item? But also the quality seemed a little bit off. The hardware, the lining hanging out like that really doesn't look like it's worth this price tag. So we're gonna make the bag, we're gonna do it better, we're gonna do it cheaper. Let's see. Because we're gonna use our old jeans. So yeah, great upcycling project for all your denims that are damaged, for all your old jeans. My bag from last week, no, we're not gonna cut that apart. The crop pants we can use, I don't think I will wear that, it was a little bit petite. Cut some strips, or rip some strips, better. Maybe 6 centimeters. Let's do 6.5. Let's go crazy.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
Rip, rip. Rip, rip.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
Let's get those back pockets off, they're just in the way. I have this knife now, I'm gonna try out if that's maybe a little bit more of an efficient way of seam ripping. So I found another pair of jeans, darker, but we might use the inside of the fabric, let's see. And I'm gonna just pull out a few threads so that it has a nice, very decorative frayed edge. The lazy bastard in me constantly was like, oh, we don't need a pattern.
This bag can easily be done without a pattern.
But to have a little bit of a reference how much strips I have to sew together and all that.
Hello.
Surprise, surprise. Gonna be so much work. Turns out it was the quickest pattern I've ever made. It's literally a triangle, guys. So don't be intimidated, you can do it too. Then I'm roughly cutting the strips into the shape of the pattern. But you may want to reconsider your life. Your actions. Talking to myself now, but yeah, this was not maybe the best move. You'll see in a bit why. So I'm going for a dark blue. You can take a funky color if you want. It's gonna be visible. We're gonna do top stitching too. I just hope this is not a dramatic thread that's constantly breaking. But we will see. To be honest, I think it is. Try it out, I only have one dark blue. So I'm sewing the strips together, wrong side on the wrong side. I'm taking a little bit less seam allowance than normally, so that the seams that are coming on the outside will be a little more subtle, chic, you know, the je ne sais quoi. Anyway, so I make the 4 triangles in the dark spots where the pockets were. I want to make sure that they're in one of the spots that's gonna be covered. I'm gonna take the seams, I'm just gonna zigzag just along where I already sewed in the seam allowance to prevent it from fraying. When you have to go over something again, it's always the moment that you see that you didn't sew that straight as you thought at all. Nobody knows.
They're gonna know.
Nobody has to know, okay?
I can't.
Subtle zigzag. I want to keep it a little delicate because everything's so rough already in this world, basically. I've been pulling some more threads out yesterday. We can safely do that when it's secure with the zigzag. So now I just wanted to give it a quick press. I didn't do that yet. Actually room fragrance. I guess it's perfect for ironing, but I can't find my other bottle. I just read the bottle and it says it's not for clothes. So I think they might, I think they might mean bags too. I mean, I don't know what can happen, but... Hello. Well, then we can cut the pattern out, you would think. You're new here, huh? First of all, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you. Second of all, obviously I was not really satisfied with how the diagonal lines were divided over my pattern. Having like a seam allowance really close to the corner of the bag didn't seem really an aesthetically pleasing solution. Okay, let's see if that still fits, because it's quite a bit longer. think we can. Oh, just this one is so shit. Look, there's a hole. Personally, I don't like things to be too easy because I'm so clever. But, hot tip, if you're not a fan of overcomplicating things, just make the bag smaller. It's a lot easier. Anyway, I just chopped a little bit off on the diagonal side and I had to re-sew some of the strips to make it all fit. So, because it's not symmetrical, you do want to make sure that you 2 times from the one side and 2 times from the other side. Check, check, double check. So listen up guys, if there's one item in the whole entire world that does not really need a lining, it's gonna be this bag. Inside's gonna look smooth as a baby. However, for the sake of improving the actual original of the bag, I want to show you how to add a lining with a facing so that it's not gonna hang out of the bag. So I'm cutting the shape of the bag minus the facing part plus seam allowance. If that sounds a little confusing to you, that might be because it was. You may want to draw the facing and the lining on the pattern first, which I did not do and I did regret. I definitely had to do some magic tricks to get it all fitting. So I zigzagged all around the edges of the lining and closed it with the machine. Sewed all the strips together and ended up with some kind of infinity-like Escher-esque situation. That shit was next level hallucinating. AKA, I had no idea what was going on. So I opened it up again and just first did one side of the lining and then the other side, which was a little easier. As we all know, the devil is in the details, darling. So pay attention, because the next steps can make or break your bag. So I'm pinning all the layers together, trying to line up the seam allowances of the one side to the seam allowances on the other side. Also, I make sure that the seam allowances are all folded in the same direction. I'm just so glad that my camera is not like wide angled or something, because believe me. Then, hallelujah, say some prayers because we're gonna sew through quite some layers. As we all know, my sewing machine is even more dramatic than me. It's a lot. My machine is doing surprisingly well over all these seam allowances. Go around the corner, you can always do the last ones with the hands. You have a little bit more control. Picasso! Picasso, Picasso! Then I'm gonna close the 2 layers together with one more stitch so that it doesn't completely open up. Time for some grooming, trim down the edges, and I've been a lot on cat grooming talk lately for some reason, so I know a little bit how that stuff goes down. I hang in the lining and just literally stitch it in with a normal stitch and a zigzag. And as mentioned before, totally living on the edge because it's all gonna be raw edge. For the handle, I'm not gonna lie, I did not have a solid plan in place. What's new? But I'm cutting all these little pieces, shitting my pants about how my machine is hating me already. So I'm zigzagging the pieces together and then I'm gonna sew them on one side of the bag first. So far so good, with the emphasis on so far. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the following is definitely a don't try this at home unless you already have emotional problems like me kind of situation. The thread keeps breaking, guys. Of course, always the last bit is the hardest. Go mindfully or go home, guys. Of course, after my frustration went through the roof, I decided to just go with the hand wheel and not sew with the motor at all. I think I did it, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Am I delusional or is this bag better? This is my Upcycle D-ring kind of hack. Upcycle pants that I made for Christmas. Subtle and chic to just emphasize that I am cool. To emphasize that the bag is cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more internal notifications, please, because then you will be notified. And help my little channel grow a little bigger. I'd love to take you on that journey. You wanna go home? Fuck, is there a bird shitting on me? If you like to sew bags, look for more tutorials on bag sewing in my bag playlist. I have designer bags, I have fabric manipulation bags, I have weird bags, I have normal bags, I have bags under my eyes. They're all there, so check it out.